everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Linda.
Hello.
Hi. I'm Linda Boache, career and mindset strategist and coach. And today I'm joined by a lovely, wonderful, amazing businesswoman, Pilates instructor, and network marketer, Alison Browne. Say hi, Alison.
Hi. Thanks everyone for joining us.
So if you're watching live today, we're talking about network marketing, or multi-level marketing or social marketing. And as a career coach, I get asked a lot about network marketing and my views on it, and some of my clients do them and whether they should go into them. So I thought it'd be good to have the opinion of a real live network marketer, and we're going to talk about what network marketing is and the pros and cons of it and the do's and don'ts. So I hope you enjoy it. If you're watching live, please comment, join in. If you're doing it yourself, if you've been approached by people to do it, I'd like to know your feedback. I'm sure Alison would love to hear what you have to say about it as well. So if you've been following the program, I wrote an article on wealth building strategies. So about property development, network marketing, forex trading, and these are all avenues that you can make passive income from or supplementary income. And network marketing happens to be one of the most popular. So we're going to talk about that and what that entails. So if you want to get us started, Alison, what is network marketing?
Well, there's lots of descriptions out there about what network marketing or social marketing is, but just put it simply, from my perspective, it's getting a product or a service direct from the source to the consumer via somebody who knows a lot about it, who's passionate about it, and can have a direct link with the consumer. Right. So that's kind of it in a nutshell, and it cuts out all of those middle people, if you like, that a traditional way of getting something to a consumer often entails.
So by middle people, you mean the traditional shops? Is that what you mean?
Yeah. So if it's a product, for example, then it would go through from a manufacturer to a warehouser, through marketing, distribution. It could end up on a shelf and be endorsed by a celebrity, or there's all sorts of routes to market, but traditionally they involve a lot more steps.
Right. Okay. And what is the thing about network marketing? Why is it so popular nowadays?
I think one of the reasons, I think, is because it enables any person from any background, demographic, educational level, age, to become responsible for their own business, to grow a business, and to become an entrepreneur, really. And I think that is that's something that's really appealing to so many people. The traditional working type, way of working is really not necessarily there anymore for a lot of us. And a lot of people are doing more than one thing. People come out of university and can't find necessarily a job that relates to what they've studied. They have, or jobs, even really good jobs, can be, the pay attached to those are not necessarily something that can take them to be able to travel or to buy a house, or to do the things that they perhaps want to do, which when I was growing up there was a very step by step path to take, and you expected to go to the next level, and I think that's gone now. So people are looking for something a little bit different, and I think that's what one of the attractions definitely is.
Definitely. I completely agree. I think entrepreneurship has become so fashionable these days. Everyone's an entrepreneur, everyone's putting out things. And it's great. I think we're living in great times where you can afford to do that, and we've got the resources to do that, and you can start a business from the comfort of your own home and from your bedroom, really. And that's great. I think one of the things that my students and clients keep asking is, it sounds like a great idea, and it's a lot of it is glamified, and you get cars, you get watches. There's lots of young people, especially millennials, that are making a lot of money through network marketing, and it just seems to have taken off. If you haven't, by the way, if you haven't read the article I wrote about network marketing, it'd be on www.careerandmindset.com. It's another blog section. It's also on LinkedIn. So it'd be interesting to explore that, to understand what we're talking about in terms of network marketing, and that from a career coach's point of view. So what would you say? I know from my experience so far with people that have been in network marketing, the personal development is amazing and immense. They all get to listen to people, successful people like Grant Cardone. Jim Rohn was a massive network marketer, Tony Robbins, and it's the personal development that I'm in love with, that people understand with that. It's also the community spirit, because they feel like they're part of something. You've got someone to support you. And that's the difference, by the way, if you're starting your own business and joining a network marketing business that already exists. And then the skills that they learn. So if you've just finished university, or if you're thinking, oh, I need to supplement my skills, so I need to grow as a person, I think the entrepreneurial skills, sales, marketing, running your own business, and finding your own leads, I think that's great. What would you say, Alison, is the benefit that it's brought to you being a network marketer?
Well, I think what it teaches you, I mean, I had a certain amount already, because I've obviously been working for a good number of years now and had an interesting, quite diverse career. So I've picked up skills from all of those aspects, or those different jobs and different things that I've done. But what, for me, at my age, and I know we want to relate this to any age, but particularly me, I found that it's brought all those skills together, but refined them. So everything I've learned, I've been able to create something bigger, something more. And the personal development side, I've been very much into that for very many years, but this hones it. It gives you direction with it, and it gives you the opportunity to use it immediately.
Right.
So what I've learned over the years is all sort of making much more sense, because I can really hone in and use it straight away. And as you say, the influence of the big leaders and the big players in personal development, and big names in entrepreneurialism, such as Richard Branson, who I know is a big endorser, and there's a lot of people out there who like the concept, who really feel that the concept brings out the best in people. Okay. I think for me, it's enabled me to really, I've always thought I was quite a big thinker and a bit, but I'm a big thinker, but I wasn't necessarily a big dreamer. And I don't mean a daydreamer. I mean, I feel that my dreams have got bigger.
Right.
I'm more focused on what I want and where I want to go. And the tenacity and the step by step, just little by little momentum, all of those kind of things. I have tended to be a little bit all or nothing over the years, and network marketing doesn't work like that. You've got to be consistent. You've got to do a little bit, on a regular basis, every single day, something that takes you towards where you want to go. But network marketing and social marketing is only a means to an end, really.
Right.
So you've got to know what your dream is, where you want to go, and this is a vehicle to where you want to go. So many people in the industry, they're using it as a vehicle to do a lot of good for people, for other people, setting up schools, working for medical facilities, charities, that kind of thing. So they're doing it so that they can have, rather than just dream about doing something like that, they can use it as a vehicle to actually do it. But it takes hard work. It takes hard work, and it takes tenacity, and it takes focus. You've got to be focused on where you want to go with it. But yeah, I think that's, sorry, I went off at a bit of a tangent then, but I think my biggest thing is in the self-development side is that I feel like I've expanded and incorporated everything that I've done so far, but it's all going to be much bigger.
Awesome. And I love that you said consistency, because I think what I find is most people are so impatient, and everyone wants it to happen, and we want it to happen now, and it has to happen now. And what you find, especially with network marketing, is people start and they're 2 months in it or weeks into it. I can give you an example. Weeks into it, and this doesn't work, or why am I not making £1,000 or $1,000 a week already? And if you're following How to Career, it talks about knowing yourself, knowing your why. Especially, you said it was a vehicle to why. So knowing why you're doing it in the first place and committing to it for long term, being consistent. And it's hard work. Anything that's worth having is hard work. There's no fast gain. So if you're going into network marketing for the wrong reasons, of course it's not going to work for you. But if your heart is in the right place and you understand how it works, the time, the effort, the consistency, something every day that gets you towards that, then you'll be successful in network marketing, right?
It's the compound effect. Little steps build, a brick at a time builds a large building. And if anyone tells you it's easy, or it's a get rich quick scheme, or anything along those kind of lines, then that ain't true. It's hard work, but it's fun, and you see rewards. And like any other business, it has its ups and downs. You have great times and you have not so great times. But you mentioned very briefly community a little while back, and one of the things that you do get, it's not an easy business, but it is a simple business. So the concept of it is very simple. So it's easy to learn the fundamentals. And when it comes to putting it into practice, good network marketing companies have a good foundation of leaders, mentors, and people that you can always go to for help. So you've got the people who are on the same level as you, you've got people who are higher, lower, wherever, because we're all there. Everybody starts in the same position. It's not you come into the company as a top level. You can't buy your way in. You can't become a leader in the business without having to go through all the steps, whether you've come in as a doctor, a lawyer, a stay-at-home mum, wherever you've come from, you all go in at the same level. So you've all done the same thing. So you're all there to give the support, and you have this community that's created. I'm sorry, I've gone off a little bit. My passionate gesticulations has wobbled my camera. Is that better?
That's better. So one thing, well, what I call my pet peeves about network marketing in general is that sometimes it preys on vulnerable people who don't know what they want to do. And then, as I said, people just rush into things because someone's given a good presentation and it sounds great. And the person hasn't even thought about, is this person the best consultant, or how does this fit in with their long-term goals? So that's one of the things that sometimes it preys on young, vulnerable people.
Yeah.
Also, there's a lot of aggressive sales tactics that are used in network marketing, and that comes from it varies from person because that doesn't even just apply to network marketing. It applies to working with human beings, right? Sometimes you have a really aggressive car salesman, and sometimes you have someone that actually wants to make a difference and get the best possible product for you. So that aggression is there, and I think that's why network marketing gets a bad rap, because people do that. And sometimes it can be expensive, but because sometimes you have to invest in products or services first and then make your money that way. So sometimes there's an upfront cost. On the other hand, there's some network marketing platforms where you don't need any upfront investment. So it's very interesting. What have you found to be challenges for you?
I think you've got to look at it as a business. You are starting a business, even though it's a part-time business. You've got to take it seriously. So you would do your due diligence. You will do your research into the company. You would do your research into the product or the service. It's like setting up a business in a shop, for example. You would look at the lease, you would look at the premises, you would decide on your product, your stock, you would look at the cost. It is a business, although it's a much simpler way of getting into business. So you've got to really, that's one of the things, all of the things you've said. Often you talk to people who mostly haven't had their own experience, but they've heard of an experience who's heard of an experience who's heard of an experience. So it's a bit like Chinese whispers. So by the time, and of course people like a nice juicy bit of dramatization as well. So it can be really exaggerated by the time it actually, so when you actually start to talk about it seriously, if people want to do that, you realize that actually they're just doing something saying something that's like fourth hand. But it is, there's millions of different businesses in the world of every type. Some are good, some are bad, some are brilliant businesses, but the particular people in your office or your building or your particular level might not be very nice. They're going to be different people in different, and I think it's use your common sense, go with your gut reaction is really good, and really do your due diligence on the person. Ask plenty of questions, stand your ground if you're not keen on the answers, and a good company is one that's been running a decent amount of time, and you can go in and you can find out all sorts of things. Go onto a website, see if you get a good vibe from it. Is it something that you're going to be able to be passionate about?
Passion's super important.
Yeah. Is it funky enough? Is it glossy enough? Is it basic enough? We're all attracted to different things, and I think get something that you're really attracted to and do as much research as you can, and then you're not going to get caught into something, and decide, if there's an outlay, is that within your budget? And really a good somebody who's introducing you to the business, if they're good and they know what they're doing, they will be able to really lay out for you what return you're likely to get in what period of time, as far as how much time and effort you're going to invest. And they should be able to see where your personal growth needs to be expanded or explored to be able to get you to realistically where you want to go. So it's a step-by-step, going back to that step-by-step process. But it is great. It is great fun. But it's like anything. You will get people who aren't so maybe scrupulous. I don't know. I've been lucky enough not to meet anybody. But that is the biggest downside, really, is that you come across that negativity in some cases. But and some people are straight away just not interested. And that's fine. That's okay. I
think that's all we've got time for. I just want to say thank you so much.
Gosh, that went quick.
It did, didn't it?
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your contribution and can't talk now. And shedding some light on the subject. And again, from a career coach's point of view and career mindset coach, from the mindset perspective, it's great. Well, some of them anyway, for the personal development. From a career coach perspective, make sure you understand why you're going to it. As Alison said, do all your risks, do all your checks, just make sure that you're happy with it and you're willing to do the hard work and stick at it for the long term because it fits into your why. And if you want to find out more, look at www.careerandmindset.com. Also, if you want to find out more about network marketing, Alison is a great person to talk to. And you'll be able to contact her directly. And this is something really nice that she's doing for all the viewers. So take advantage of it if it's something you're thinking about, network marketing, that is. Her Facebook page is eracura.com. So Eracura is spelled. Alison, did you want to to say it, seeing as you know it better than me?
Yeah, Eracura Image is my Facebook page, and that's my image consultancy page where I do my sort of business page from. And it's AERACURA, and Eracura is the goddess of blossoming.
Alison is a personal image consultant, and she does a fabulous job at it. I've had that done, so I can testify to that. So if you're interested in that as well, do check out her Facebook page. I'll put the links below, and if you're enjoying these, please feel free to comment, subscribe, and we'll get back to you. And like the videos and share with anyone that you think would benefit from it. Thank you so much for joining us live, for those of you that did, and thank you for watching. So from all of us here, Career Mindset HQ and Eracura. Bye, and see you later.
Thanks, Linda. Bye. Bye.